Pablo Escobar, known as the King of Cocaine, was one of the most infamous crime lords in history. He was born on December 1, 1949, in the city of Rio Negro, Colombia, and later became the leader of the Medellín Cartel, the largest drug trafficking organization in the world. His life story is a mixture of immense criminal success, vast power inside and outside Colombia, and a tragic downfall. Early life Escobar grew up in a modest family. His father was a farmer and his mother a schoolteacher. He began his criminal life at an early age through petty theft and selling smuggled cigarettes. Over time, he shifted to the far more profitable drug trade, especially cocaine. During the 1970s, when global demand for narcotics, particularly in the United States, was on the rise. Rise to power. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, Escobar was organizing and smuggling massive quantities of cocaine into the US and Europe through the Medellín Cartel. At its peak, the cartel controlled nearly 80% of the world's cocaine trade. The drugs were smuggled by boats, submarines, and airplanes, generating tens of billions of dollars in annual profits. Political influence Escobar was not only a crime boss, but also sought political legitimacy. In the early 1980s, he entered Colombian politics and won a seat in Congress. He presented himself as a man fighting for the poor, building schools, hospitals, and housing for impoverished families. This won him widespread popularity among the poor in Medellín. Violence and terror. Despite this image, Escobar was notorious for his brutality against anyone who opposed him. He used violence and terrorism extensively to maintain power. He was responsible for the deaths of thousands, including government officials, journalists, judges, and police officers. He also carried out terrorist bombings and even targeted commercial airplanes as part of his campaign against the Colombian government when they attempted to extradite him to the United States. The luxury prison and escape. In 1991, Escobar agreed to surrender to the Colombian government under the condition that he would serve his time in a prison of his own design, known as La Catedral. The prison was luxurious, equipped with sports fields, lavish suites, and even personal bodyguards from his own men. Despite being behind bars, Escobar continued running his criminal empire. After about a year, the government decided to transfer him to a less luxurious prison. To avoid this, Escobar escaped in 1992, triggering a massive international manhunt. Manhunt and death following his escape, the Colombian government, with U.S. assistance, launched a large-scale operation to capture him. On December 2, 1993, Escobar was tracked down to a house in Medellín, where he was killed in a shootout with Colombian forces. Escobar's legacy. Despite his violent end, Escobar's story remains controversial. To many, he was a ruthless criminal responsible for thousands of deaths and the destruction of entire communities. To others, he was a folk hero who provided aid to the poor in neglected areas. Secrets and hidden fortune. It is believed that Escobar buried enormous amounts of cash in secret locations across Colombia. While some of this money has been discovered, much of it is still thought to be missing. Global Impact Escobar maintained a worldwide network of contacts and partners. Even after his death, his influence persisted, as other organizations took over his role in cocaine trafficking. Relations with governments. There have long been rumors and speculations that certain governments and powerful individuals in Colombia and elsewhere collaborated with Escobar or turned a blind eye to his activities in exchange for money. His family. After his death, many members of Escobar's family lived in exile. Some published books about their lives with him, such as his son Juan Pablo Escobar, who revealed new secrets about his father.